Hello, this is Deborah Nakamura. Welcome to Heart of Japan. But can you see how beautiful? Doesn't that look delicious?
Hello, we're going to start to make red shiso drink. It's kind of like the Japanese version of a red Kool-aid. It's a really refreshing drink in the summer. We got some red shiso from our field that we rent yesterday, and we also got a few here, but we need 300 grams of red shiso. You can see this is the green shiso, red and green. So today we're going to get just a few more. This plant, as long as it's growing, we can just cut it down to the last 2 leaves and keep cutting as it grows. So I'm going to try to get some today. This is what we got yesterday. It's almost 300 grams. And this is what we just got just now. First of all, we have to cut off or tear off, it's really easy, all of these stems. They're not needed. And then we have to wash it. And I really prefer washing it fairly vigorously, especially for our shiso out in the field, because it can be pretty sandy. And usually I don't see a lot of bugs that like this. This is actually like a common weed almost. It grows very easily in the field. If it's got sand in it, I think that would totally ruin the drink for me. So I just washed the shiso, the red shiso that we got, after I took off the stems, and I don't know if you can see the big pile of stems that we have. And as I said, I wash it very vigorously, and I change the water about 3 times, and that tells me it's clean. Before we get started in the actual cooking, I'd like to share the recipe that I use. There are many different recipes and versions. We got this off of CookPad, and I believe that you can get it in both Japanese and English. And I have a friend who makes red shiso juice. She uses a different recipe, and it was delicious also. So here is the recipe: 300 grams of red shiso leaves. I usually use one of these little digital scales. It's really easy. And if you are a person that doesn't use the metric system, then you can change one of these easily to other systems. 800 grams of sugar, 2 liters of water, 20 grams of citric acid, and as an option, if you don't have any citric acid, you can use 400 milliliters of vinegar. And after you've removed the stems and washed the leaves, you drain it in a colander. Then you bring 2 liters of water to a boil in a large pot. You add the red shiso leaves and simmer to extract their essence. When the leaves turn green, that means all of the red essence has gone out, and the water has turned a little purple, then you simmer it for about 5 more minutes and either squeeze out the leaves in a colander, or some people prefer a cloth sack or something. After you have strained the liquid in that has no more leaves in it, then you add the sugar and dissolve. Turn the heat off and add the citric acid or the vinegar as the option. But I wanted to share a difference that we're going to do, an option today. We're trying to get away from using so much sugar. So 800 grams of sugar doesn't sound good to us. Here's what we're going to use. Stevia. Have you ever heard of the stevia plant? This is actually one we've been growing with hydroponics. We have some that we're growing in dirt in the field too, but because we're just starting out with this, we don't have a large collection of stevia powder. So what we're going to use is the stevia from Costco. Costco sells stevia in packages like this, and we've determined that we need around 25 packets. One package is worth 2 teaspoons, and we sort of did the math. We thought maybe 25 packets would work for this drink today. This is the shiso juice that we just made. It's straight, so you may need to dilute it to your taste. And this is some shiso juice that we made back in June. We've kept it in the refrigerator. We like to use some of these bottles that apple cider vinegar has come in. It really works well. But we used vinegar, so I am halving it with ice and water because, as I said, if you drink it straight, it'll grow a hair on your chest. But can you see how beautiful? Doesn't that look delicious? Cheers! I love it. I'll be drinking this all summer. How about you?